It's Manchester United, Man United versus Leeds United preview, and I'm joined by Garf to go through all of the good stuff. How you doing, Garf?
Yeah, good mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Can't wait for the next match to come, and it's like you just don't want the days to be. You don't want to be waiting days to see them play again. You just want to see them play every week, especially in the run we're in. We're just on fire right now, so I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing, man. Win after win after win, especially at Old Trafford as well.
Yeah, well, this is going to be the big test for him. We'll get into it probably for Ten Hag. Obviously, a lot of players out, key players out. So it's going to be interesting. There's no two ways about that. Luckily, Leeds got no gaffer at the moment, have they? So
yeah, but that's the problem as well, isn't it? That might be
no new manager yet. There's no new manager bounce yet, Nate. You know what I mean?
There's no manager bounce.
Yeah, no manager.
So I'm not too happy about that. I'd rather they waited till they got beat by us twice before they got a new manager in, because they'll be the caretaker manager, and whoever that is looking after them. That's a new manager, so I'm not happy. I'm not happy. But yeah, there's the news. Obviously, the Ten Hag news that in the presser, if you watched it, he said McTominay's out. He said Anthony's out. He said Martial is out. Who else was out? Was that it? Was that the three that I remember?
Ericsson's out to the end of the season, obviously.
Yeah,
Casemiro suspended.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to obviously start thinking outside the box in a minute. But yeah, I think we've got our team set, and you know what? It's not too far off each other, to be fair. For the first time, it's very, very close in terms of selected lineup. So let's see what Ten Hag actually does. But before that, let's take a look at the opposition, because we haven't really spoke about Leeds this season because we ain't played them yet. Let's see how they're actually getting on. For one thing, is they do have a very, very hot striker in Rodrigo. But let's take a look at the league table first. So league table shows here that these guys are 17th in the league. They've lost 2 of the last 5 and drawn 3. There's no wins whatsoever. And as you can see, yeah, they've conceded 34 goals this season and scored 26. So that's them. We'll talk about us shortly afterwards. But let's take a look at their last result as well, Garth. They played Nottingham Forest, and that Brennan Johnson, who I liked against us, to be fair, caused us a lot of problems.
We all said it, didn't we? This kid looks good, mate. So.
Yeah, he looks tremendous, to be fair. And they beat him 1-0 at home. And this was their side that they played. So they played the same formation as us. As you can see, Bamford's come back in as well. So Rodrigo wasn't even playing in this game. Actually, they go by his first name for some reason. But let's take a look at the top scorers, because Sinistera, he's one of them. I know that. Sinistera, whatever you want to call him. So here's their top scorers. Rodrigo, he's on 12. Let's take this banner off hanging around right now.
Do you know, I didn't realise he's on 12 goals, mate.
Yeah, mate.
They're in such a weak team at the moment. That's a good return, bro. That's a good return.
Exactly.
Mate.
He's absolutely on fire right now. Somerville, I don't know where he plays, but we'll take a look at the last. Take a look at the squad again in a minute. But Somerville, he's on 4, and Sinistera is on 4. He's pretty quick winger as well. So
yeah,
they do have a few dangerous players. Yet, let's see where this boy plays. Somerville, he didn't play either. So let's hope that their top scorers are not involved, to be fair. So yeah, they are looking like they do have. If Rodrigo plays, he is the danger man, 100%. Very good player. And let's take a look at what United are about, innit? Because that's what we need to look at. United, we're in 3rd, loving it, ahead of Newcastle finally with the same games. And we've won 3 of the last 5, drawn 1, lost 1. That's no problem. We scored 34, starting to score on the regular, and we conceded 26. And we've been conceding. If you just take out them first 2 games of the season, mate, that's 10 goals. 10 goals off that. That would have been 16. Wait a sec. If that would have been 16, what would we have had? Yeah, we'd have the basic
6, didn't we?
Yeah. We conceded 4 in that game, and then
2 against, and then obviously the 6 against Man City as well, innit, mate? The 6 against 2 against Brighton.
I think that one, I would say, you know what? That's not something that is unusual in terms of for Man City to be able to do. I think let's give them that. But I'm saying if you took away the wins that we're supposed to have, let's say, you know what I mean? Like, we're supposed to beat Brighton. We're supposed to
Yeah,
beat
man.
Brentford. We're not supposed to get battered anyway, even if we lose.
I'd even go as far as to say the Aston Villa game that we lost as well. The 3-1 to Villa, mate. That was the league, wasn't it? Yeah, like even that one was.
Yeah, that was a new manager bounce. I want it.
A new manager bounce. Yeah, I know, man. This is what I was saying to all the Arsenal boys about the Everton game. I'm like, just wait until the Brentford game. You're not in free fall yet. New manager bounce always happens, mate.
It's going to be tough, mate. Going to be tough.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at our last. Wait a second. Our last game. I can't see our last game. Why is our last game not there? There it is. 1 second. Let's just bring that up. A little bit of technical difficulties here, mate. But yeah, here's our last game. We won 2-1 against Palace at Old Trafford. We got the Casemiro sending off. Anthony got a yellow card and somehow picked up an injury at the same time. And yeah, that was our team. So as you can see, Shaw, Martinez, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, Fred, Casemiro, Anthony, Bruno, Rashford, and Weghorst. So Weghorst did start, and I think he did pretty much, not much, but anyway, that was the team that played, mate. But what are your thoughts on Leeds anyway? Because obviously we haven't spoke about them much, but you haven't really probably seen them much.
Oh, I've watched a bit of it, but it's one of them ones, mate. I mean, obviously, someone's going to clip this after I say it when we get beat 4-0, but it's Leeds, man. We should smash them apart no matter what team we've got. Look at their form. Look where they are in the league.
Yeah.
Like, they've got a couple of good players, man, but their team ain't gelling. Obviously, I've heard some rumours about Bamford having a massive falling out with the gaffer. That's why he hasn't been playing well. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, listen, we shouldn't fear Leeds at the moment. I understand the trepidation. We ain't got Casemiro. We haven't got Anthony. We're missing some key players. Obviously, Eriksen's a big loss now to the end of the season. Hopefully, Spitzer can fill in that role. I get all that. Weghorst not really banging in shot. But listen, I can't see anything but a win, especially at home. Maybe the return leg at Ellen Road. Maybe a little bit different. But yeah, I can't. We've got to be confident, and I mean the players here. The players have to be confident going into these games now. Surely, I mean, as an ex-pro, surely, if you were in this team now, the run of form. If you've been there for 3 years, you've been through the last 2 years of nothing, and now you're in this team. Everything. Do you feel that on the pitch, like just a release of tension, and you know what I mean? You do. So
because you got something to go by every week. It's like like you say about structure. It's so important to what you do because what happens is you go into every game knowing your job, your full job role. You don't just go into the game willy-nilly like, I'm just playing. So that's what United have got now. And even like every player will go into each game knowing I can do what I've been told. I can do that. I can follow those instructions. I'm doing it. So that's what I mean about like your Fred, your Fred, even McTominay. Obviously, instead of in terms of his touch and stuff, that's something different. But in terms of your actual job role, what you have to do, look at Fred. He's flourishing now. Obviously, most of the players are flourishing now. But the main thing is having that structure. And then when you win, now you got confidence and structure. So it adds to it. It makes it so you can go into each game feeling like, we can beat anyone. And look what Rashford said. He said it the other day. He says, there's not a team that we're going to play against we don't expect to win because we're playing ball, we're creating chances, we're controlling games. What is there what kind of feeling is there of negativity to think about? There's nothing negative right now. We've won. How many games is it on the Old Trafford now? How many?
I believe it's 13, isn't it? 13.
Ridiculous. Wins, not just unbeaten, wins on the trot. Well, we got to win this game. We got to keep it going, and it's a fortress again. Theatre of Dreams is coming back to a fortress, and Ten Hag is the man. Simple as that. So, I'm really buzzing for that. And I just got a little bit of a feeling that it will be a much harder game just due to the fact that the manager's gone. But we'll win. But I just feel like the players, there'll be a obviously caretaker manager, the assistant manager who has his thoughts in what he would do. And he would have probably spoken to the manager and said, I would do this and I would do that. And the manager probably wouldn't listen to the little things he would do differently. So now certain players are going to play that weren't playing. And certain tactics are going to be played that the manager the assistant manager would have thought, I think that would have improved us. And that's what would be the element of surprise that will make it a tougher game. But I still believe we can win this game and should win this game, even though it's going to be a tougher game. So I'm not going for your all-out smashing in the game. I'm not going to tell you yet, but I'm not going for your all-out smashing like big score. But yeah, that's why I'm not. But talk me through your starting 11, Garth. It's up here on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, I won't lie, Nath. It took me a long time to put Garnacho on the right. I've got a weird feeling we might see a Langer on the right, but this is the team I'd go with the options we've got, man. 100%. I think without a shadow, that is our strongest 11 with the players we've got, mate. The back four that we've known, back five that we've known since the World Cup. I don't think I know Dallow's back now, but I don't think Aaron Wan-Bissaka's done anything for him to be taken out of the team. I don't know about yourself, but yeah, nothing. So Fred. I mean, we've literally got Fred and Sabitzer, you know, I mean, unless we're going to be playing Zidane, Iqbal, or, you know, like that's it. So that's nice and easy. Bruno is the only AM centre we've got as well as playing that Kobe Mayo. So then, Garnacho, Weghorst and Rashford up front. I mean, it's pretty I couldn't put Sancho in, mate. I'm guessing you might have done because that can be the only difference we've got in this team, surely. I couldn't. 30 minutes of football in 5 months or whatever it is, mate. You can't throw him in, I don't think. So,
Garth, come on, lad. Yeah. Do we ever not think alike?
Oh, he's going to Well, they'll find out. They'll find out on Thursday, mate, when it gets to Paul Pogba. But yeah. When it comes to the,
I had to throw that one in there. We're pretty much on the same page with so many things. And to be fair, Garth, I was thinking about this this debate that we got coming up. The reason why we got this debate coming up, guys, is because I was listening to Talk Sport and Darren Bent, and the issue came up. To do with Paul Pogba, and you know, what would he have been like in this club at the time that we're playing now compared to what it was before? So I asked it in the group, and obviously there's a lot of talk gone on in there. We're not going to go through it now, but the main thing is it was basically like a total what's the word? I totally disagree. They totally disagreed with my thoughts. So the thought was, but what's weird though, Garth, is when I was listening to everything yesterday, and pretty much it's like we're saying the same things. But we don't in so many things. But the things you got a couple things that you disagree with. There's two things or three things you actually disagree with, but everything else that you're saying is what I'm saying as well. So to totally disagree is not really the right word. I think you disagree with a couple things. But 95% of what you is all agreeing. So we'll see.
It's not 95.
If you think it's more, then that's fine.
I'll give you 80%, but then 20%, Nate, I totally disagree with you on those.
Exactly.
Points, mate. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
so that's where we're gonna get. That's what we're gonna get into in the Pogba debate on Thursday at 8 p.m. And that's what is going to be fun. Because we'll talk about that later anyway. So I'm going to talk about my predicted 11. So my predicted 11, I've gone with Aaron Wan-Bissaka at the back. Of course, he's going to stay in there. Varane and Martinez will stick in there. But I think because we've got Leeds again at the weekend and it's away from home, I think he might give Shaw a little bit of a break and give him the game on the weekend instead. I think Malacia can play at home under Old Trafford at the moment. And just kind of think about the two games ahead and then the Barcelona game coming up. Now, maybe with the Barcelona game coming out, it might switch it the other way around, where Malacia might play away from home. You never know. But I've gone with Sabitzer and Fred again. I think Sabitzer comes straight in and has to kind of copy. You'll be told to kind of try and do that Casemiro job and let Fred continue with whatever he's doing. Again, I looked at Sancho and I thought, it's too early to bring him in. He can't start now. Yeah. He's just come in. It's like his first preseason game has happened, so I don't expect him to be starting. Rashford, of course, to play, Weghorst to play. So it's pretty much what your team is. But the only difference is I've put Malacia in to have a little bit of a break. I'm trying to think like Ten Hag and see.
No, it's a fair shout.
Yeah. So
the question then, Nate.
Yeah.
Sorry. Question. We've seen recently him using Lindelof as a DM. Can you see Martinez or Lindelof coming in as the DM role coming forward with no Casemiro going?
I can see him doing that, towards the end of a game where Sabitzer comes off, but not to start the game. I can't see that happening. You can't put Lindelof in there when he's got Sabitzer in the squad. Like, Sabitzer, we know he can play all positions, pretty much every position, and he's just come on loan. He's going to play. He can't. Imagine you put Lindelof in there and he's sitting there on the bench going, "What the hell? This defender's playing in my position. Like, it's not happening." So yeah, I think yeah, I don't.
Not even Martinez, then. Not even Martinez up there.
Yeah, that's one where Shaw could go centre back and Martinez can go
That's
in there.
when you said about Shaw, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, you put Shaw at centre back, move Martinez. I don't think he will. I think it's a bit too and Fred, but I just
I think that's another option if things get worse. You know what I mean? Things get worse. That's probably the better option to have that happening because But do you want to split up? Well, you can split them up because Shaw does a great job as well. To be fair, Martin, look, we've got options and we can do whatever we need to win games. And this is the good thing. We're fluid now. We've got players who can play everywhere. Look at Rashford. Plays on the left, plays on the right, plays up front. Garnacho's done the same. Weghorst can play up front only, of course. He can't play nowhere else. But Bruno
can he even play up front, mate?
he tries to play up front. And then you got Bruno. He's played on the right now as well as in the hole. So Freddie's played
another one I've got to give Ten Hag. Sorry, no, another one I've got to give Ten Hag credit for because there's a moment I had Bruno on the right wing. It's like never, mate. Can't have that. Can't have that, mate. He's done all right. So
he's got that cross in him, innit? And when he's on the right, he can actually cross the ball like with good quality as well. So and he's got a little bit of enough pace to actually get in behind him.
Energy and pace. Yeah, you don't realise because he plays AM centre. He's actually got a bit of a sprint on him. So yeah.
Have you not got your prediction in here then?
Oh no, sorry, mate.
Don't worry. What's your prediction? Yeah. I'll get it up anyway.
I'm going 3-0 Man United. I am going for a big win. 3-0 Man United. Rashford. Yeah, Rashford. I'm actually going with Weghorst scoring. Rashford, Weghorst, and then. Do you know what? I'm going to throw it in there. Sabitzer with the third goal, mate. Sabitzer with the third. Yeah, bombing through. He's going to get an edge of the area, low drive, bottom corner, mate. Sabitzer.
Bloody hell. That is something. 3-0, without having our big boys.
Yeah. Okay. That's how confident I am, mate. This is why I asked you that. It just, as a fan, like, obviously, I played amateur, obviously, but as a fan, going into this now, I haven't felt this confident in going into games in years, mate. And I don't just mean the last 2 years. I mean all the way since basically we had David Moyes in the team, mate. You know what I mean? Like really confident that maybe it won't be 3-0, but that we ain't going to lose, man. Last year, you know what it was like. Last year we were like, mate, do we even have to watch this game? Come on now. Like it's another defeat. Like I don't even want to watch it.
Expected to lose every single game. I expected to lose. It was poor. I've never felt like that as a Man United supporter in my life. In my whole life, I've never felt like that. So to feel like that last year, I remember when I was going to come on I remember when we was like, should we just not do this review? Like, just not do it. Just leave it. We can't do this anymore. It was that bad. But that's now it's completely different. We should bat at least. And it is looking at it like, that's 3 points. Yeah, that's 6 points. Yeah, no problem. Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday, whatever it is, we're winning. We're winning. So, I've gone with a tighter game, but pretty much, again, we're pretty much on the same lines. I've gone with a 2-1 victory with Rashford and Weghorst as well. So I just think it's going to be tighter. Like I said, if Rodrigo plays, he might get a little chance and get a goal. But I think their defense won't be good enough to hold us for 90 minutes. And we'll end up winning the game. Look at the Crystal Palace game. That was a tough game. And that's Palace, but obviously they're a bit different. I think they're quite a bit better than Leeds. But look, like I said, when a new manager comes in or a caretaker comes in, something changes and you get a lot more out of them. So, when Ten Hag's doing their opposition report as well, and he's telling every player what they're going to do and everything, there's going to be some surprises. And it might be something which obviously is not prepared for because, you never know. Same like when we lost to Villa. He didn't prepare and he decided to play Maguire and whoever else. And I remember that game. He was struggling in that game, to be fair. He was chasing shadows. And then we ended up losing the game easily. But then the next game, prepared properly, and we won. So
this is the thing I was going to say. Listen, I can, as much as I'm confident, like we still ain't the complete polished article yet, finished article. Like defeats can happen. The thing that I've got to say, like I keep saying, is we've got to just roll through these defeats because every time we've been beaten, Ten Hag has regrouped exactly what you're saying, and we've started going a winning streak again. So of course we can lose. It's football. And we've still not got the strongest team possible out there and everything. But the confidence is there. I can see it in the players. And as you said about what Rashford says, they're not fearing anyone at the moment. And that's a big thing from last year. Well, you saw it in the players as they're walking out before each game. Like Not that they didn't want to be there. I don't believe any footballer doesn't want to be on the football pitch. I can't believe that, man. You know what I mean? But they knew they were in for a tough time, and it can't be fun week in, week out, knowing you're in for a tough time. But
yeah,
we can lose, like you say. But the confidence there. The away game's going to be more difficult, I think, definitely with that crowd. That's more of a 1-0 win, I think.
Yeah.
We're all on it.
I get you totally.
Do you see Sancho getting 30 minutes, no matter what?
Yeah. I think if we're winning, even if we're losing, if we're winning or losing, he's going to come on. If it's in the balance, he's still going to come on. I think he's going to come on either way, no matter what. He's going to get his minutes because we need him. We need him to get up to speed as quick as possible now. Now the fact that players are getting injured and in and out of the team all the time, and it's funny, isn't it? Like the amount of players who are getting injured for like all the time. It's a bit mad. Like you've seen Dalot get injured. You've seen Anthony been out before the World Cup. Now he's out again. I don't know what's happened, but it's not. I'm hoping it's something.
They're saying he should be back for the next game. He said he should be back for the next Leeds game.
Yeah.
So,
When he says, "Hey, good to see you," I think it's a new name. Make sure you like and subscribe, and hit the notification so you see our videos when they're coming up as well. Make sure, you get your comments in. Say whatever you think, and also give your predicted score lines and everything. Even after the show has been done, we will read it and we will obviously reply to it, and stuff like that. So we will like your comments even after the show has been live. So for me, United, they're on fire. They're going to keep the fire going. And I was going to say something else, but I lost my trail of thought because we were talking for so long about something else. So, Garf, 10:15 Wednesday night, we are back on for the match reaction, hopefully with another 3 points. That was what I was going to say. I'm going to say
it's tonight, that's tonight, bro.
Oh, damn. I keep thinking it's the day before. Bloody hell. We're on tonight, guys, not tomorrow. We're not going to come on tomorrow, everything. Well, tomorrow's the big day for
you'll miss the big debate if you turn up at 10:15 tomorrow.
So, it's tonight. Sorry, guys. What I was going to say is the fact that we're not equipped yet, but we're going to be second if we win this game. That's like ridiculous because we're saying we're not equipped, but we're playing and our results are saying we're equipped and we're winning comfortably. It's not like we're, like the season before where we were this season, even when we came second or whatever, not third, was it with Ollie, whatever it was. We were going down and then coming back from games all the time. And it was like, that's never going to happen all the time. That's not a thing you can see happening consistently for years. Yeah. But now, the way we're playing, it's sustainable football. It is sustainable football. Win every game we won, we should be winning. So how are we not in a title race if we go ahead of City today? How can we not be in a title race? Even though we're not, it's unexpected, isn't it? It's unexpected, but we are in a title race. So we have to treat it like it's a title race.
8 points off Arsenal if we win, obviously. I mean, I can't disagree with you. I just think we are mathematically, and everything you're saying is entirely correct. I just think, what I'm looking for mentally, I don't think I'm in a title race yet. I'm sure Ten Hag is, and I'm sure the players are. I just don't see Arsenal faltering, mate. And so it's not that we're not in a title race. I just don't see Arsenal throwing away 8 points. I really don't. I just don't see it. It's more what it's been. No, 100% we are.
You're right.
Listen,
you're right.
We might be coming second no matter what if Man City get the book thrown at them. So.
Yeah, but this is the thing, Garf. Like they got Brentford next, and they've also got City next after that. So that is. Let's see how they get on with those games because after this first loss. Like sometimes you go on a tear and then you start losing and the bubble bursts and then you find it hard to get back on that tear. Let's see if they are really made of championship stuff. I believe they've got it in them, but will they continue? Because when people say, they'll just drop off like they always do. That'll be in the back of their mind. That will be in the back of their mind. Yeah. It is in the apple crumble,
honestly, mate. Listen, if they were to lose to Brentford and we win and get that's 5 points, then there's no question. There's
and then City, and then lose to City, it's over, mate. You're getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and then we win on Saturday.
Yeah, because they've actually lost 2 in a row. They lost to Man City in the FA Cup as well, remember?
Yeah.
So they're actually on a 2-game losing streak. If they lose to Brentford, 3-game losing streak, that starts creeping in. No two ways about it. That's creeping into the minds. Then you do start, you start getting a draw that you should win, a last-minute goal scored against by Aston Villa. You dropped another 2 points. Now with 3 points behind you, and then then all bets
that's if
are
we
off,
can
mate.
keep
All
it up.
bets.
This is the other side of it.
Exactly.
When they lose, can we continue to capitalize? Remember, we don't have too many of the bigger sides left to play this season. We played City twice, we played Arsenal twice, we played Liverpool once, we played Chelsea once. Chelsea are pretty much on, abysmal, and Liverpool abysmal at the moment. Tottenham defensively no good, but again, I think we're comfortably favourites against even those guys now at the moment. So I can't see us dropping loads of points from now to the end of the season. So I think the title race is still on. But it will be much more competitive if we see Brentford win and then the City win, and then it's on. Then it's really
they've got City twice, haven't they? So it could it could be a drop of 9 points, and then we're all over. We're there, we are there, Nathan. I just can't see it at the moment. If they do it, honestly, as I always say, all my mates are Arsenal fans. If they fall apart again, and they ain't living it down, because I've had to put up all season from these boys. All season.
Would you call it falling down if you lose to City twice? That's not crumbling. It's just it's weird, isn't it? Because you can't call it crumble, but it is kind of like a crumble.
Mate. If you at one point now, what was it? 11 points ahead of City, man.
Yeah.
And what? 15 ahead of us or something, 13 ahead of us or whatever it was. Listen, if you allow, no matter who you're playing, Nate, if you've been dragged back from that, you have crumbled all the way. Yeah. It ain't old Arsenal where they're just going to literally end up in 5th or something, you know what I mean? But
they're top team. They are top team.
Mate, listen, for me, Arteta should have won manager of the season last year, mate. I've been saying forever. And this year, I mean, I know Ten Hag's working miracles as well, but it's just Arteta's working even more miracles with that team. He's had the 3 years.
Well, let's see.
And this is what I'm hoping. Listen, if Eric Ten Hag and Man United team finish above this Arsenal team, mate, in any whatever it is, second, third, then Ten Hag is manager of the year, manager of the decade. No two ways about it. Walking into this team, but he is talking about walking into this team in the state it was, the state it was in, reverting everything, getting rid of Ronaldo, dropping Maguire, making the big calls. He seems to get the big calls right every time, pretty much. Like his tactics, he's trying different things. We understand that. You know what I mean? That's different. But no, mate, manager of the year, without doubt.
On fire, Garf. But look, this is and that's all we got time for today. Well, now until later on. And we'll see you guys back at 10:15 tonight. Thanks a lot for tuning in. And just the last thing, Winnie says, why should we let Sancho start and bring Garnacho later? I think it should be the other way around. So
same in, mate. Yeah, I think it's the other way around for me. 30 minutes for Sancho, maximum. So
peace out, people.